talk. Yes, Lucas?
Hi, Jan. Maxwell told me he's given you a way to help your alters. I thought I'd give you a friendly call and see how it's going. So, how's it going?
I know what to do to cure them. That's the most important thing. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, I hope you won't find me annoying, but I wanted to remind you about rubidium. I mean, I'm assuming you're planning to collect it at a more convenient time. In case you forgot. It really is important, you know.
I know, Lucas.
Cool. So, until next time.
Lena, can you hear me?
I'm here. Did you get to your rendezvous point?
Not yet. I'm experiencing unforeseen circumstances. Again.
What's the problem?
It's a medical condition I seem to have developed up here. Don't freak out, but it's some kind of... well, brain mutation.
What?
I said, don't freak out, please.
But didn't you get a proper checkup before leaving? How the fuck is that even possible? What is wrong with this mission?
He's trying to help. He suggested something, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. I could really use a second opinion, and I just thought you could have some ideas.
Okay. Do you have anything you can send me?
Yeah, I got an MRI scan.
Right. I'll see if I can figure something out.
Thank you, Lena.
Jan, you said Maxwell gave you a solution you didn't like.
Yeah, he did. I don't want to go into the details.
Well, whatever it is, maybe keep it as a backup option, just in case. We don't know how much time you have.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Jan, we need to discuss something.
What do you use for filling?
Usually red lentils with tomato, cumin, cilantro, and a bit of maple syrup.
Oh,
Hey, shouldn't we have a big supply of
try
rat
it sometime.
filters?
Looks like you have something to say to me.
please. Tell me it's not true. Are we seriously going to farm a human being like it's a plant?
Don't you want to live long enough to see Lena again?
That's below the belt. You know that talking to her was the best moment of my short life, and I'd give everything for another one. But I won't sacrifice my humanity, and this idea is shameful.
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah. What the hell is... I mean, I get that robotic arm was supposed to make him super productive, but keeping him out there after hours is a little too much, don't you think? Look, I already talked to him. It's his own choice. Oh, really? The guy's got serious self-respect issues. Anyone can. I knew giving him that Now all he wants to do is prove he's top of the class. Otherwise, Daddy Yan won't love him. He just wants to make himself useful in a difficult time. Where's the harm in that? See, that's the problem. This obsession of his with being useful. Well, what would you have me do? If you really want to help him, you'll need to get to the bottom of this insecure, and that looks like something only a professional head shrinker could. A head shrinker? You mean I'm supposed to? Yep. Branch yourself. What else? But what if I can't afford that, right? I'd advise you to make the effort. But if you really can't do it, then, well, maybe even mindfulness is... It might be better. It's just that... Won't going back to all that make him lose that new zest he acquired? He's more than just his zest. Maybe he won't work his ass off for you anymore, but he'll be a happier man. It's your call. So, heard the news? I think we might have a cure for you. Yeah, I heard. And I want you to know I don't like it. It would be like being fed my own brother's brain. What if I told you I'm looking for another way? Yeah, well, I'm starting to think it's not the solution that's the problem. It's the fact you put us in this situation in the first place. So, heard the news? Yes. And I have a very strong opinion about it. Just because some things are possible from a medical standpoint doesn't mean they should be done. Agreed. We have to look for another way. Yeah, you got my full support on that. Am I needed there? So, heard the news? We might have a cure for... Look at us. No problem we can't solve, right? Amazing what modern science can do nowadays, man. Extracting brain tissue, I mean, that's awesome. And a bit gross, but what can you do? Lena?
I think I've got something for you.
Really? What is it?
I got my hands on some tech we've been using for one of our contracts. It seems it can be modified to your needs. It's a neural implant.
What? Oh, no, Lena, I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I only have the basic equipment here.
Oh, relax, okay? It's a tiny, smart device. Inserting it is no harder than vaccinating a kid. I'll send you all the necessary instructions.
Easy peasy, huh?
I missed your sarcasm. But no, it wasn't easy to crack this one. It took all night, actually. And we did our best to make it as simple as possible for you.
No, wait. We? Who's we?
I consulted a colleague. He was in charge of deploying this implant for its original use. Nobody knows this tech better than him.
What was the original use?
The client was a big company operating in the private prison sector. They tested it on convicts applying for parole. The implant didn't just track their whereabouts, it also allowed them to control them in other ways, regulate their levels of anxiety and such. Anyway, we think we can reprogram it to provide other brain treatments. We've worked out an initial formula based on your scan results. The implant will let us apply the formula, but also allow us to react in case anything goes wrong in the future.
Are you sure it's safe? Has it been tested as a medical device?
It hasn't, but I can promise it won't harm you. And it's the best shot we have at healing you. What's really bothering you?
It's the surveillance that bothers me. I'm not a criminal.
Well, in that case, you have nothing to hide, right? Look, I know how it sounds, but it really is the only thing we've got. I'll send you the instructions, and please just follow them. The most important thing is to start the treatment as soon as possible, okay?
Sure. Thanks, Lena.
Come and find me when you have a moment.
Have you heard? We have another way to cure. Right. Well done. Talk about jumping out of the. What's troubling you?
Well, I've been analyzing the situation thoroughly, and in light of the fact that we may all die of this abnormality in our brains, The thought of not making it back to Earth has been haunting me. To the point of obsession, I admit. I know. But at the end of the day, it's the mission that matters. Not you, not me, or any of us. Of course, it's not about us. Did you really think it was my life I was worried about? No, Jan. I'm concerned about what the world will miss if I go too soon. Oh, what do you mean? My work. Everything I did in my parallel life wasn't meaningless. On the contrary, it had the potential to push space exploration to a whole new level. Really? How? You see, I developed a method of nanoparticle dispersion that proved to be stable in even the most extreme conditions. Oh, shit? Exactly. And now it breaks my heart to think that all that groundbreaking research, all that knowledge could just disappear with me, never to see the light of day. Listen, that sounds amazing, and I get you're frustrated, but isn't it all meaningless in the face of what we've discovered here? Shouldn't we worry more about bringing Rapidium to Earth? You're right. That is our primary objective. But it doesn't mean we should ignore the bigger picture. Like I said, my experiments could pave the way for many innovations in space travel. Who knows? Maybe they could even lead to a faster, safer, and easier way to mine Rapidium altogether. Okay, I'm listening. I want to recreate my research, here and now. Revisit my logic, backtrack my calculations, rewire the connections in my brain, and write it all down again. For posterity. And you need me to grant me the time to focus on this project and nothing else. Of course, I'd still be there to attend mission-critical tasks if the need arises, but I would appreciate if I could limit my availability as much as possible until I get this weight off my chest completely. So, you're telling me no other scientist is smart enough to come up with what you did? Are you really such a genius? Genius? You mean a nerdy guy you see in movies who wakes up in the middle of the night with a ready-made solution in his head? No, Jan. I'm a normal human being just like you. Difference is, I've burned the midnight oil more than once to find the answers I was looking for. It's no magic. But yes, I do think there's a risk no one else will ever come up with my method. And the reason I fear that is because, well, you could say, discovered it by accident. What? No shit. Yeah, but that doesn't diminish the importance of my results, does it? They say luck favors the prepared, but this time I'm gonna need more. Will you favor me as well? Fine. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. It's amazing that by trying to save your own life and altering yourself, you involuntarily unleash such a big potential for change and progress. I can start.
Looks like talking to Lena helped find an alternative solution. Yeah. I mean, the idea of that implant doesn't sound so crazy. Feel uneasy about the idea of experimenting with our DNA and growing something for cells.
Wanna gamble? 'Cause I don't. Egghead says brain cell therapy. I vote brain cell therapy. Not enough resources. Should I do work there instead?
You treat people like goddamn tools. Well, I'm not a tool, so you better show some respect.
Really?
I got this.
Did you see that? Almost.
Nice.
How?
Kidding me?
What?
Did you see that?
What?
No way. Yes!
Did you see that?
What?
I'm a bit rusty.
Jan, we need to discuss
Let's
something.
try again.
Hey, you wanted to talk?
Yeah. So, I heard you're in touch with Lena about our problem.
You did.
I just want to say, asking her for help is the smartest move. You're gonna do as she says, right?
That's the plan.
Good. You should stick to her. You seem to be getting along much better now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great. To think I was the mastermind behind it. Amazing.
It really is. Thanks.
Do you think this could be a chance for you and her to, get back together?
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, in that case, there's something I think it's only fair you should know how much deeper your relationship could have been.
What do you mean?
You see, she was the one who was supposed to go on this mission. She was the head of the hydroponic farms project. I was just helping her out in the lab. She was so excited about taking her solutions to a base like this. She wanted to go so badly. But she failed her medical tests.
And you could replace her just like that? Without any preparations?
It was madness, but yeah. Somehow I managed to get a crash course in everything in the last moment. It was only possible because I've been close to Lena all the time she'd been preparing. Because she insisted I take her place.
And you agreed? To leave her behind? I mean, it must have been something serious. Was she sick?
Yeah, it was serious. She was pregnant.
Oh,
I only learned about it the night before takeoff. She didn't want to raise my hopes because it was still such an early stage. We'd been trying before, but every time it ended all too soon. The disappointment was unbearable. And yeah, I can't say it didn't put our marriage to the test. But this time, we were really hoping for a breakthrough. Thing is, I'll never get to know if we were right. must feel terrible. You know, for a moment, I even thought I could somehow bring it all back when all this ends. That was before the MRI scan. Funny. I never thought being a father would become so important to me. What about you? Did you ever think about it? No. Never. Why not? I don't know. Kids just get in the way. Yeah. You gotta be crazy to want them, right? Or just love somebody very much. You should have seen her beaming that night she told me. This could be it, Jan, she said. I'll never forget the look on her face. I was supposed to get a good night's sleep before the launch, but we just talked the hours away, laughing and remembering old times. Until at 3 in the morning, we ended up singing Big Green Tractor. Oh, man. Yeah, that's right. The unforgettable hit of our mountain road trip. That trip. Man, that must have been in another life. We were crazy, young, and in love. And broke. Remember that rundown car we borrowed from Lena's uncle? Yeah. All it had for a radio was an old CD player and one CD. And the opening track, Big Green Tractor. It made us laugh so much we played it on repeat. Yeah. Those were the times. That trip was where Lena bought us that cheesy shepherd's axe. Remember? Oh, yeah. You know, I even packed it on this mission to remind me of her. Hey, you didn't by any chance have the same idea? No. Sorry, I didn't. Oh yeah, stupid me. I got so immersed in memories I almost forgot you two split up. I guess I'm just trying to hold on to anything real and tangible. I packed so many things that reminded me of her. I'm left with nothing. But, of course, there's no way that axe could materialize from another life where it wasn't, well, valued so much.
Looks like I found an alternative treatment.
Yeah, brain implants. This is going from bad to worse. You know what? I just want to live, okay?
Any progress with your investigation?
Well, the food's disappearing in smaller amounts now. That means the cunning little bastard must be aware of why I'm really spending my time behind this console. Just this morning, I caught the technician snooping around in here before he got to his work.
The technician? Seriously? But he's the first one I created. He's been here the longest.
Well, maybe that makes him feel like he deserves most. He's got it in him, if you ask me. Lone wolf, rule breaker. Not far from my life path, they tell me.
I'd better take this to him directly. Hey, can I ask you a favor?
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah. Well, this is not mission related, not directly anyway. That's right. Do you remember that road trip to the mountains we took with Lena just after we met? Of course I do. We took a lot of unnecessary risks getting into that old pickup without giving it a proper checkup first. What were we thinking? What can I say? Youth. Nice excuse. Makes me wonder what a miracle it is for so many people to survive that stage in life. Yeah. Anyway, remember the shepherd's axe Lena bought us there? A silly souvenir just for laughs? Please, don't remind me. I need to recreate it. Really? Why? Look, I feel bad about that. But I know I can rely on you even when you're pissed off at me. That's what makes you special. All right? Go on. Let me put it straight. I need help. And of all the alters, you're the only one who can give me the right answers. That's not an unusual situation. So you have questions about the axe?
You see, I forgot what it looked like exactly.
Wooden handle, steel head, folk ornaments. Yeah, about that handle. I think it had some kind of a floral pattern carved on it. Floral? Are you sure? I thought it was more like a zigzag. Oh. About those ornaments, it had these red woolly pom-poms attached to it. Do you remember how many? 3. That I'm sure of. But I don't think they were red, Jan. More like magenta, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. But are you sure the head was steel, not iron? It was a cheap toy, so I guess you could be right. But it looked quite hard. I'd know for sure if I could see it. That's the whole point. We don't have it. Right. Damn, this is not helping. And I thought you'd be the perfect guy to recall technical details. Well, maybe we don't quite agree on the definition of technical details. Now, if you'd asked me about the pressure in our tires before we headed out, or the details of the dissertation I was in a hurry to submit before we left, you'd have gotten them immediately. But a toy axe? I didn't exactly analyze it, if that's what you expected. All I remember is I looked like a fool holding it in that photo Lena took. Shit, you're right. There was a photo. It's a shame I got rid of it. It was a good decision, if you ask me. Well, that settles it then. If I can't help you, no one can. Just let it go and get your mind back to important things. Lena could still have that photo. Lena? Jan, is that what it's really about? We're in a shithole here, and all of a sudden you feel like flirting? Relax. I assure you all I want to do is recreate that axe. Don't worry, I'll take care of more urgent matters first. Well, in that case, do whatever you want. Just don't waste my time. Working on our demands? What do you need convincing?
I do work there instead? I'm blocked here. Not enough resources. Should I do work there instead? Can I help with that? Hey man, we're out of stuff. Want me to do something else? All done here. Should I help with this now? All done here. Should I help with this now?
I don't think this is supposed to emit smoke.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Are you sure about that experimental therapy?
I found an alternative solution to your problem.
I know. The news stirred up some emotions. What are you gonna decide?
I'm thinking of using the implants. Anything is better than what Maxwell suggested.
No denying that, brother.
I heard something broke in the dormitory and you're not feeling well.
I'm not. I woke up in the middle of the night because the room was filled with dense, dark smoke from the AC.
Oh, no. Good thing we have a doctor on board.
It's better to prevent than to cure, but of course, I'm at your disposal.
So, heard the news? We might have a cure for you.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about it. They're saying it's a controversial idea. But this is not the time and place for being subtle, right?
Looks like I found an
Shit. So it is true. Your wife told you to put implants in our brains so the corporation can track us? You're not serious.
Actually, I'm considering it.
Oh, man.
When are you going to...
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? I do work there instead?
Sorry, but I don't see it. We should make a list of arguments for and against each solution. Maybe that way we'll finally agree on something.
You're only proposing it because you think you're gonna win.
Huh. About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider. When are you going to fix things around here? I'm getting impatient.
Working on our demands?
About that experiment, maybe you should reconsider.